All I want is you. All I want is you. All I want is you.
And it's 5 lights, and it is go, go, go for the Spanish Grand Prix. So, great start there from Cody Lawrence. He holds on to the lead. They head into one. Baiano's got to drive through a penalty. And look at Regan Milana down the inside. Lots of luck up there. The Mercedes of Dominic Mazzuto gets through. Oh, and somebody's tagged. Regan Milani's gone the wrong way around. As they continue on into turn 4, lots of jostling for position. Here comes Steinberg on one of the Finnish drivers there. Michael's been also given a drive-through for a jump start. One of the Renaults off the circuit. It's Asseir. Look at that, more side-by-side action. There you see the Brazilian driver getting his way back through on Steinberg. That's Christian Ramau. It's very close up here. There we see a couple drivers getting it wrong at the start. But it is Cody Lawrence with the whole shot here today. He's in the lead. And just exiting out the back straight. And Lawrence is going to want to call out or sing what Sebastian Vettel would sing, the blue flag song, to get Nixon out the way. And on the front straight, potentially we should see that happen. It doesn't look like it. Possibly not up there. Fastest lap for Cody Lawrence, and I think this is a positive for Cody. Able to get a great slipstream, and very smart there. Nixon getting out the way at a T10 trouble there! All right, virtual safety car deployed. Virtual safety car deployed. There's no overtaking, no overtaking. And Asseir in the Renault, ready to pounce. And we're gone. We're racing. We're going. And it's green. Here now for the Spanish Grand Prix. Back underway. And green flag is under here. Here we go. So, Mazzuto in the lead. There you see Costa trying to get a move down on Asseir. cannot get it done. They all file through. Nasseir in 6th, Lawrence in 5th. Lawrence, interestingly, ahead of Buttafuoco. Remember, the Buttafuoco came in earlier for a fuel stop. As you see up the road, look at this move here for Rahul on the outside of David Costa. Great move there. It doesn't look like his nightmare's over yet. Looked like that Minardi was trying to go through. Lots of lockup there from Costa. He's struggling on this restart. Look at this. The Finn getting the move done on the Sauber, and the Renault trying to fall through. That Lamborghini in the back of Buttafuoco is just watching this action and staying the hell behind from it because he does not want any damage, but he needs to get a move on because Cody Lawrence is making some big strides. Too much curb there for Parker, and he drops down. Side by side, however, for the moment against Buttafuoco, but he lets go of that battle wisely and continues his way. To Layla against Baiano. And no chance for a move there, but look at that, down the inside. Buttafuoco sneaking a move there and a great opportunity. He needs to get these overtakes done really fast, and he's doing so. He's back up another position. Buttafuoco has the Sauber next to overtake. And looks like he's right on the gearbox. One corner and on the back straight. Free slipstream there for him. Gaining, pick your poison, goes to the inside, and looks like it's not going to be a bit of a battle that the Sauber is going to pull off. It's a drag race into one. Gets the move done there. Looks like the Renault also trying to get through on Leyland, the Cupra, side by side, and the Italian holding on. Here comes Buttafuoco against, that's Rahul, fastest lap of the race against Juho. And this could get very tight between the two here. On board with the Lamborghini. Couple cars coming in for their mandatory stops. Final corner on to the front straight. To the outside. Long way to go for Buttafuoco. And the Finn tries to dive it down the inside. It's close. It's very close. Side by side. Tire and tires. Really close by. But the Lamborghini muscles his way through. And now it's another position. It's 6th place. As Steinberg gets his drive-through taken. Buttafuoco's up to 6th. Next car, it's Danny Nasseir. 5 seconds up the road. Meanwhile, this battle's getting a lot more closer. As it looks like the battle for the lead. There could be a position change just around here. And Cody Lawrence comes in for his mandatory pit stop. He's going to be on medium tires coming to the end of this one. Has he built up a big gap? How far is he from pit exit? He's exiting, and he might be able to keep the lead. He does so. Trouble, however, for Crawford. And he's got back going. But, oh, there's trouble. What has happened to Buttafuoco? Oh, he's got damage. He's got damage. Daniel Buttafuoco, suspension damage on the front straight. It's the worst part of the track to get it. That is huge. That is absolutely huge. And that car struggling to come around. Cody Lawrence with everything going on. He takes victory here at the Spanish Grand Prix with what a crazy end to this one. It's insane what's going down here. What a race this has been! Chaos to the very end! Holy smokes, that is huge. Danny Nasseir battling hard, looking for this final move here. He's lost out to Buttafuoco, but to turn in like that is not okay. I don't know if it's frustration from the other BMW taking him out, but that is not right if that's the case, if you're going to do that there. But Eamon Espeir around the final corner. In a very, very interesting race. He will take 2nd position any day of the week. 2nd place. And then, finally on the podium, for the first time on the podium, Juho Sopanen, in his debut race, will finish in 3rd position. 3rd place for him, and he's going to be elated. He's happy with that one. He will take it. But Cody Lawrence, victory out here. Do we still have any drivers racing? I don't think so. They finished behind. And Cody Lawrence, celebrations underway as victory for him. Welcome to qualifying here for the British Grand Prix. It is time we get going underway here today for another round of racing. And we are live here at Silverstone Circuit. And what an amazing group here we have ready to go for qualifying. Look at the field of cars as they make their way up the straight. 21 drivers on the track, but only one man can take pole position. Welcome to the third round of Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club's 2000s Grand Prix Championship. I'm your host, Rahul Nasseir, and we are getting to go underway with action here at Silverstone qualifying. Just beginning here, and the drivers only have 15 minutes to get a lap down. It's plenty of time, that's for sure. But we're going to find out who's going to take pole position. So why don't we shuffle down to the man who's going to be leading us off. Oh, it looks like Eamon is. Around the final corner and onto the front straight. Here we go. Eamon in the Renault. Coming across the line. Finishing third position last week out. Back at Barcelona, very wide out of turn one. And then we head straight into Maggots. Left, right, and left as we start to slow down into Beckett's now. Lots of traffic up the road for Eamon. Of course, Eamon an Italian, not American, but he's on a different rig, I believe. As we continue on, going up the straight into the right-hander. Of course, if you know Silverstone for the modern day, this is the final couple of corners as we go around Club Corner. This would be the front straight on modern Silverstone, but we're in 2004, so, well, it's only going to be a straight shoot to the chicane and to the left and right. Very tight section, accelerating out as soon as possible. And here comes Eamon, left-hander, and we're going to finally rejoin back onto the main circuit. Everybody knows very well. Final corner for him, left to go, and he exits out brilliantly. Round the final corner, the drivers are looking to be chasing down a lap time of a 1:17.804, and Tommaso, newcomer here, takes it down 17.3. Costa in second, 17.7 for him. Who's up next to set down a lap time, and we're still waiting for more. Dominic Mazzuzzo in the McLaren goes up to fourth place. And times are going to continue rolling down in. Cody Lawrence takes provisional pole, 16.473. A very fast lap in this opening qualifying. So, continuing on here, a lot of drivers still yet to make their qualifying lap times known. Here's another one, Jaden Neal. In the Honda, the BAR comes across the line. What lap can he do? Oh, he goes up to provisional, 16.1, and we're almost into the 15s. We have yet to see any driver touch the 15s. It's always been the 16s throughout practice. So great effort so far. And Jaden Neal looking like he's going to be on pole. Emberger now. Here comes Michael across the line in the BMW. And he only goes up to 9th place. Buttafuoco, third. And we see Eamon shuffled down. He's trying to improve a lap time. Miro up there also putting in a lap. And Juho also up there. Zapanin going to take that car into the pits, it looks like. Still waiting for the rest of the drivers to set in that lap. Oh, looks like there's trouble around P19. Oh, it's a little bit of trouble. Yes, it is. And Andrew, Danny Nasseir in the same section of the circuit, getting it wrong. Couple drivers heading it back into pits, still waiting for a couple more. Oh, trouble. Looks like somebody was off there. May have been the Lamborghini. There's Jaden across the line. Once again. And he goes faster. So another faster time for him. 16.3. 16.038. So almost getting into the 15s. What can Cody Lawrence do? There's a lot of traffic coming up just behind him there as they go through Stowe corner, and they're heading into club. You can see the deltas there, so obviously Lawrence not on a lap time. There you see Eamon, 5th place, and he's taken down. Costa improves. So that's a lap time from him there, improving faster. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it in chat. Make your predictions. Do you think Jaden Neal's holding on pole for 9 more minutes? Cody Lawrence has been the man who has had pole last week out. The first round went to Daniel Botafuco in the Lamborghini. And speaking of Daniel, begins his lap time here. Let's go on board. Bit of traffic with the BMW in the way. You'll have a lovely slipstream going up the straight here to the outside. Through Hanger into Stowe. And he's 3/10 up. Almost 4/10 up. Through Vale into Club. Bit of lockup for him. A Lamborghini looking like it's being put together a lot better. Ahead of him, the Honda of DeVille Park, the Jamaican, as they get ready to go through Abbey. Into the chicane. And beautiful through there. Oh, trouble for DeVille. Hits the grass and goes into the gravel. It's going to be less of a worry for Botafuco as he now gets right back on. Through Bridge into Prairie and now into Luffield. Final corner for him. He's 5/10 up on this lap time and he races to the line. Daniel Botafuco. What can he do against the rest of the pack? It's only second. 16-1. And looks like the reign of Jaden Neal on pole continues. And Lawrence goes to 3rd. Oh, so much traffic on pit exit. Look at that. DeVille, Layla also in there. Klaus, Daniel, I think he's exited out pits at the worst time. And oh, trouble. That BMW goes off the circuit. And Danny Nasseir just able to get that car slowed down in time. Look at Botafuco. Now that is the think different line if I've ever seen it myself, just desperately trying to find some space to get through. So far though, we have another improvement here. Eamon, 6th. However, it's still Jaden on top. What is chat saying? Evan saying, I know Botafuco was sweating with Park there. Indeed, yes, he was. But no purple sectors from him. That was interesting to note. It was just positive, just green. Ramau takes it to the pits. But P4 for him. We also have in the Ferrari, Ben Ford. Newcomer here. Lots of newcomers. Let's quickly go through them as best as we can. Jaden Neal was supposed to join us back at the Spanish Grand Prix. Unable to do so. Some issues on, I think, the server side getting him to join in. Ben Ford also joining us here. Tommaso also in here. He's going to be teammates with Juho. Let's see. Anybody I got here? Yes, we do. In the Jordan, Dylan Baxter. Not a newcomer here, but definitely a newcomer in this championship, DeVille Park. And we also have Andrew Rubner-Ryan. Once again, not a newcomer here, but first time on for this championship in the Apex GP. Making a return, the Apex GP car in open wheel racing. What are these Stingray Rob names? Hey, a name's a name. You can't say nothing about that. But there's your man still on pole, Jaden Neal. In the Honda at Silverstone, can we see a 3rd different driver in 3 rounds? Every round, it's been tradition so far to get a new driver on pole, but Daniel and Cody in the wings looking like they want to improve. So still, no clue what's going to go down here. Cody Lawrence, purple in the middle sector, and actually he's exiting onto the front straight. Cody Lawrence to the line. Can he improve? And yes, he can. He goes to 2nd, knocks down Botafuco. 16-0. Times are getting closer. Jaden Neal, 16-038. Cody, 16-057. So it's getting pretty interesting out here. We look here with Tommaso. And oh, sliding around the final corner. They'll give you a great exit for another lap, but this lap is going to be totaled. We'll still watch him anyways. He's currently sitting down in 9th. And he shuffles up to 5th, but who knows? That mistake could have easily put him back up. So 19 thousandths of a second just before pole. Cody Lawrence, Jaden Neal, and it's just getting you more excited for the racing that's going to go down. He shuffles up to 5th, but who knows? That mistake could... Just checking audio levels. Apologies there. And as we are getting ready to go here, 4 minutes left. We're getting ready for the ending of qualifying and racing to come up very shortly. So still, Jaden Neal, fastest. But how long can he hold it on for? Because Cody Lawrence is slowly getting up there. Here comes Jaden Neal on board through Beckett's. Chapel curve now on to the hanger straight. And you see that gap there. Oh, look at it. He's improved. He has improved. And now down through Vale, into club, downshifted, second gear. Right-hander accelerating out. Hard on the brakes, down to 3rd. Oh, a little bit deep though. It's gonna compromise his exit. He's just about 2/10 up. Flick it to the left-hander. Through Prory. Very slow corner here. Get the car as wide as possible, then swing it back out. Through Luffield. To the line. Jaden Neal, big opportunity to improve this lap. To get into the 15s. Can he do so? Yes, he does. The 15.955. What does Lawrence respond with? He's faster. First sector looks good. He'll cross over the second now. Where's the line? There it is. Flick it to the left. Oh, he's almost matching. Almost matching. It's any man's game. Cody Lawrence has 1 corner to go. Through Luffield. Is there a chance that Cody Lawrence goes back-to-back poles with 2 minutes left to go across the line? Does he? No, he doesn't. He gets to the 15s, but it's not enough. This qualifying session is not over yet. And we're still finding out, still waiting on who is going to take pole. And it's still on between the two. There is Daniel Buttafuoco, 2/10 down, and really is the 3rd driver in this battle here. We know he's the man who's been previously on pole back at Sepang for the Malaysian Grand Prix, but Daniel Buttafuoco doesn't look like he's able to get up to the top here. It looks like it's a 2-horse game. A minute left to go here in this qualifying session. Jaden Neal is going to come around for one final time. He's got a bit of traffic in his way. I'll be slowing that car right down for Cody Lawrence. He'll have one more attempt at it. Back-to-back, 2 drivers. We're going to see if Cody is going to have another lap on him. So Jaden is going to start his final flyer. Cody Lawrence gets ready for the final lap. Here we go. This is it. This is your battle for pole. It's Cody Lawrence against Jaden Neal. Or will anybody below have something to say? Interesting, Klaus Klint, who currently sits down in 17th, overall purple fastest sector. One chance, here we go. And trouble there, Jaden Neal. Not looking like this is an improvement lap. Checkered flag is out. Jaden Neal, 1 corner to go for him in the Honda. And he exits out to the straight. Is there any chance of improvement for Jaden Neal? 15.955, he does! 9.33, it's a bit quicker, but Cody Lawrence has found purple in the middle sector. What can he do? Cody Lawrence in the dying stages of qualifying. Does he take pole position? Yes, he does! 15.730, it's pole, it's pole, it's pole for Lawrence. Botafuku to the line with a slipstream. Does he improve? He goes to third. Mazzucco, where does he land up? Not too sure. 11th. Can you believe it? Super Sapanen to the line. It's 10th. P8 to the line. It's Costa, the Portuguese driver. What can he do? And it's not going to be improvement. Cody Lawrence in the dying stages of qualifying puts 2 tenths on Jaden Neal to take pole position in the minority. It's back-to-back poles as we get ready for the British Grand Prix. All right, good stuff there. Congratulations, your top 3. Cody, Jaden, Daniel, great stuff out there. Any laps you felt like were impeded? You are free to report them in protest and incident. We have 2 minutes and 20 seconds till we go lights out. Qualifying complete, and it's time we get ready for racing. So, grid is stacked up. Why don't we take a look how this one's looking? On pole position, it's Cody. Oh, somebody is disconnected out the session, and I hope that they can get right back in. Tommaso, it is. The floating flagman waves in the air for these drivers to get ready to go. Cody Lawrence on pole position, followed by Jaden Neal. So 2 drivers to watch out here for today. Don't forget about Daniel Botafuku. He's on the back foot for this one. I believe Tommaso should be on the grid. There he is. He'll be starting 4th in his debut race. P5 in his debut in the Ferrari, it's Ben Ford. P6, it's Eamon Esbeer in the Renault. P7, Costa. 8th, Dylan Baxter, debuting in the Jordan. P9, Juho Sopanen, and it's followed by Matisse Parker. Then it's Dominic Mazzucco. Looks like we're missing another grid slot there, looking for somebody else to join in. Layla, Anderson, Danny, Mark, Klaus, Michael, DeVille, and Andrew. Tommaso, if it reset your setup, you might have to rejoin. You have 47 seconds. I can't promise you can get in. You needed to make sure your setup was correct before hitting the steering wheel button. So you can try to rejoin now. The best thing I'm telling you is that you're either going to get in within 30 seconds. If not, you're going to be in the pits and you're going to be starting from the pit lane. It's up to you if you think the position is worth on track or the setup. But I cannot help you if you did disconnect from the server. 20 seconds left to go. Best of luck as we get this one underway. Here we go. For the lights on the board, we count them. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights, and it is for 30 laps at Silverstone. Go, go, go! So great start there from Cody Lawrence. He's absolutely booked it out of there at the start of this one. It's Jaden Neal in second. Somebody's gotten it wrong in the background. Not too sure who it was, but there's your top 3. All shuffling through. Ben Ford, Baxter, Mazzucco, all going through. But it's a decent start. Everybody getting through single file. Couple drivers going down the order. Lawrence in the lead. Jaden Neal already under pressure. Botafuku closing in. There's a bit of a gap then after Mazzucco. Good start from him. He's gone up to 7th. And looks like Tommaso, the issues he had, he looks like he's back going now. And yes, he is. It's a bit of a shame. He rejoined the session. And he's good to go here. Looking at the rear, Cody Lawrence plan is now to get through as quick as possible to open up this gap. It's going to be very important for him to get through. But these drivers are not going to let him off that easily. Eamon also entering in this battle here. Christian Rahul going through, but as they exit around the final corner, lap 1, just like that, is complete. There was a lot of flip-flopping for position through the order. As, trouble for Crawford in the Ferrari around the final corner. He gets going. We're just letting our leaderboard shuffle around and get all these names correct. And looks like we should be good to go there. So yeah, a lot of incidents potentially was going around through Maggots and Beckett's. But luckily for them, we are good to go. 17 concurrent viewers, thank you so much for tuning into Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. If you're enjoying the action, make sure to hit that subscribe button. So apologies for the leaderboard saying P2 and down and not saying P1, but that is your P1 driver, Cody Lawrence. Position change here, Crawford going through. We also had, I think that's Baxter, also going up a position. But this gap, very close between each other. So 30 laps underway here. Drivers must make pit stops under green flag conditions. Hopefully when they cross over the start-finish line, we can see the timing board fix for good, and we shouldn't have any worries about it. Final corner, and it's still a single file battle between them. And, trouble down the order. Who is that? It's Roop Narayan who's gotten it wrong. And fastest lap going down to Daniel Buttafuoco. P2. A little bit of a slide through the AstroTurf. So, continuing on in this race here. 6/10 the difference. Let's see if we can try to get this fixed here. I think the only way maybe to rejoin the session, I'm not too sure. But we're going to see if we can ignore that issue for now. I don't think it's going to bother us a little too much into this race here. Lap 3 of 30. And you can see that this top 4 is just going to stick close to each other. Behind them, after Eamon, it is Christian Rahul in the Toyota trying to find his way through. Tommaso looks like he's got a bit of trouble. Andrew Roop Narayan, slow. Why is he going so slow? After turn 1. And that was very interesting there. What was going on? All right, warning there, Andrew Roop Narayan. You cannot be slowing down on the apex to the corner. It's a warning for you. Continuing on here, and it's Lawrence once again taking him at the fastest lap, but taken now by Eamon. Now, fastest lap points are in this championship. It's half a point, but every point matters. And right now, it's gone to Eamon. So once again, the leaderboard shuffles around and tries to get through and figures out who is the next driver to be looking out for here. On board with Jaden. There we go. As we get these delta times a lot better here on screen and on stream. Pack racing this time around, indeed. And that's honestly going to be very exciting to look out for in this one. I heard an engine go off somewhere. I'm not too sure who that was. Somebody retired. It's Tommaso. Is it? No, Tommaso's in the pits. It's Andrew Roop Narayan. Andrew retiring out the session. And he's your first driver who retires out here at the British Grand Prix, only completing just 2 laps of racing. Something has gone wrong for him, and the leaderboard looks like it's finally shuffling back up to normal. So Jaden Neal now takes the fastest lap of the race here, 4/10 off from the car ahead. Below them, lots of pack racing in the rear. Here we have the Ferrari against the Sauber. It's Ben Ford in his debut race against Andrew Roop Narayan. Anderson Baiano against Ben Ford. Apologies there for the name mix-up. Newcomer here, Ben Ford. I'm not too sure if he actually is Italian because the default country you do set here in AC is Italian. But regardless, we're very happy to see Ben Ford in his debut race in the Ferrari. Great choice. So on the hangar straight now, and we can watch the bit of slipstream. Is there anything he can work with as he tries to head up to get to P12? It's only top 8 for points, so these guys are kind of on the back foot for this one. And nothing really can be done there. So let's just shuffle back up to this battle because I think that's what the fans want. That's what the fans want to watch. Ryan Marmiri in chat. Unfortunately, his teammate, his close buddy, Andrew Ryan retiring, and I feel that. Yes, DeVille. There is trouble for DeVille Park. What has gone wrong? There's almost 3 wide through hangar. And look at this. Métis's been shuffled down, and Buttafuoco sets the fastest lap of the race. Look at this action here. And accelerating out onto the front straight, and this is your battle for 9th overall. Back up to the battle for the lead, and Cody Lawrence unable to exploit this gap and really extend. He's been stuck between 5 tenths, and Jaden Neal's not giving him a break. Behind him, it's Buttafuoco, and looks like this top 3 starting to escape the clutches of the Renault behind, and Eamon is starting to lose some ground. He's 1.4 behind. He's not in the little bit of the slipstream train, and as we say that, looks like, well, I want to say that Jaden maybe slowing down here, and Buttafuoco starting to close up. Now, a lot of dirty air is going to play a big factor in this race, especially in this kind of pack racing here. So as I cross over the line to start now the 7th lap, I believe this is. Is this lap 7? Yes, it is lap 7. This time it's going to be Eamon. So despite him losing traction of this top 3 battle, it may be a good thing now outside the dirty air. Through Maggots and Beckett's getting the word switched up here in this iconic section of Silverstone onto the hangar straight. It's still the top 3 within a second of each other. And who knows what is going to go down here. Meanwhile, trouble for DeVille. Oh, it may be hard on the wall. Does he save it? He does. No steering wheel. And that is, that's very interesting. I don't know if he accidentally, the steering wheel flew out somewhere, needs to rejoin safely onto the circuit. That was very close for Ben Ford. Almost getting collected there from DeVille. And a bit of a heart attack moment for both of them. Luckily, they're still alive. Lap 7, heading into the 8th lap of this Grand Prix. Down the order, Klaus and Danny Nasseir. These 2 guys have been together so many times throughout this championship and throughout the history of CMRSC. As Eamon puts down another fastest lap, 17.1, and he's now entered himself up back 8 tenths into this battle here. As you see Klaus putting down a purple fast sector, and mind you, this is the overall fastest sector. Klaus Klin, who's in 17th, is the fastest man in the first sector. Can you believe that? Through Stowe, and looks like Eamon, I was saying he was about 8-7 tenths just in this fight. It looks like he's dropped down. Meanwhile, Jaden starting to lose some ground here, 7 tenths. Now, the great part about Cody Lawrence, while he does have some pressure behind him, he has fresh air ahead of him, and that's going to be important for these tires. The more this race goes on, it's going to be a longer one for these tire compounds, and you want to make them last for a really long time. It's a fuel game as well. And as they head around Luffield, it's still this top 4 snaking with each other. And, oh, look at this. Dominic Mazzuzzo up to 6th, it looks like. And yes, he is. I'm not too sure if he was always in 6th, but I did see something there. Oh, take a look at this. Now, that is a very interesting call here. Now, keep in mind, Eamon was, well, let's find out. What tires is he on? As this leaderboard gets shuffled here. Well, whatever it is, He was on mediums, and he goes to what looks to be a set of hards. That is interesting to note. So Eamon deciding to go for the long run. He's going for hard tires. He might be going for the long shot. A one stop, but lap 9? Now the halfway point is already coming up here on lap 15. But lap 9 to come for a pit stop was probably praying for a virtual safety car with fuel, possibly. But it now puts the drivers ahead under pressure. Now these drivers are running the same compounds of tires that they ran back at Barcelona, which were the same tires that were running back at Sepang. The medium tires at Barcelona were not able to hold up whatsoever. And as such, the hard tires were the favorite. Can we see the hard tires put in some work in this race? The top 3 now in mediums. Ramau 7 seconds behind, though. He's on hard tires. On board with Baxter around the final corner. And Chad is saying somebody should play Sunny and rear end someone. I like green flag racing. It's a nice change. Oh no! I remember my commentator curse. I'll keep my mouth shut as Parker goes wide. Lap traffic up ahead. Tommaso. Remember, you have to rejoin the session. Oh, there is trouble. Oh! Virtual safety car deployed. Virtual safety car deployed. There's no overtaking. No overtaking. I just had to open my mouth. Huh? And the safety car comes out the moment I say no safety car. And we're having a free race here. So your only goal right now, if you have not caught up to the field, there is no overtaking. You are free to keep up your pace. However, keep an eye on your real time and delta to where the car is ahead. The front pack is on the front straight. Cody Lawrence, Jaden, Daniel, Christian in the pits. What does Mazuzzo do? Remember, Mazuzzo last time out stayed out. Mazuzzo does the same. I like it. I love it. I love it a lot. So, does he hold the lead? Yes, he does. All right, Dominic, you're the leader. Dominic, you're the leader. Slow down your pace to 120. 120, please. So, Costa up there. Here comes Lawrence. And just on exit here, Lawrence backs down. It's Eamon to third. And we're trying to continue to find out who else is up next here. Salpanen also exiting out. And Salpanen able to stay ahead of the Sauber, who is next across through into the pits. And exiting out. Oh, look at that. It's a drag race. It's a very big drag race here. And Tommaso goes through. So Tommaso obviously going to get his lap back. But as for the front pack, we can now start to shuffle around the competition. Beats by Monstercat as we get through this one. It's lap 11, and the first safety car is out. The following drivers, when I call out your name, you are free to overtake. For the lead pack, you must stay to the left-hand side of the circuit. If you're on the lead lap, please stay onto the left-hand side of the circuit. The following drivers, once your name is called, and only when your name is called, you are free to overtake on the right-hand side of the circuit. Tommaso, you're free to go through on the right-hand side of the circuit, on the right-hand side of your circuit. So you're free to go full pace there, Tommaso, and get right around to the rear end of the field, and hopefully we can get that lap back from you. So a friendly reminder to all the drivers. Anybody who had pit under the virtual safety car, well, overall in this race, it is a mandatory pit stop, but there are no pit stops are not done under VSC, just meaning that all your mandatory stops are done under green flag conditions. So green flag conditions, you must make your mandatory stop. You can pit when you're under VSC. As, oh, there's a little bit of issues here, looks like. And somebody mentioning... So, Mark, I did not see it. Just stay where you are. Just stay where you are and continue on. It'll be reviewed at the end of the session. It'll be reviewed at the end of the session. I'll try to review it now. I'll try to review it now for you, Mark. So, we're getting word that Mark looked like he was potentially taken out of order. So, it'll be under review. Okay, so Mark, I'm trying to review. I'm unable to see you anywhere out of P16, so we're gonna have to review it further, and we're gonna have to do it after the race. So, sorry we did not see it live on stream. We're gonna have to catch it after. All right, Tommaso, good news for you. You are on the lead lap. Single file, and we go racing at the end of this lap. Once the safety car light goes off at the top of your screens, Dominic, you control the pace when we go racing. Here we go. Dominic Mazzucco now, just like last week at Barcelona, leads off the virtual safety car restart, and we wait now for when he goes back racing. Wait for it. Taking a wide entry around left field. Gone. We're back. We're underway. We're racing. And we're restarted here for the British Grand Prix. It's lap 13. Dominic Mazzucco leads us off, followed by David Costa. Then behind him, it's Eamon. As somebody goes wide there, it's Botafuco. So a lot of drivers taking the advantage to come in early on. Oh, is there trouble? Down the order. Oh, it looks like it. Who is that? It's Klaus. It's also the Renault of Parker. But they both get going. It's still green. So Mazzucco holds on to the lead. Remember, they have to still make pit stops under green flag conditions. They already know the rules. As here comes Lawrence, he's under deep pressure now from Eamon. As Eamon's gonna go looking for the inside, maybe as Botafuco's already at the inside, and he takes it, he mugs Eamon, and Ben Ford also on the inside of Eamon, maybe losing a lot of positions just from trying to attempt one move. Into the chicane. Ford trying to put all the pressure down. Ferrari versus Renault. And look how close this is. Meanwhile, back to the front. It's McLaren in the lead. Back and going here, and now a lap complete. P16, there's trouble for Danny Nasseir. He's back on. He's back on, so maybe have gone a little bit wide. He's still racing. That's a good sign there. So unfortunately, I think the big loser out of that incident at the start was Klaus. He's back in no man's land. But still, cautions can come out, and this race is far from over. It's not over till it's over. That is the big one. So let's continue here. Juho, oh, look how wide he got there. out of Beckett's. And now, as it goes through here, Evan saying McLaren with the Mercedes logo. Well, yes, they were McLaren Mercedes, but oh, look at that! Oh, look how tight that is, Juho! Putting down Baxter! Pushing him all the way wide! And McLaren and Mercedes, basically the same thing. They're basically a Mercedes here. As looking to the inside there, wow! Super Sopanen flying into the corners, and Baxter holding off very well. And oh, it's wide. However, there may be damage on that car of the Finn. And still holding on. Costa in for a stop. So that's interesting to note. Still 15 of 30. We're about to enter the halfway point of this Grand Prix. Buttafuoco, Cody Lawrence doing a great job of cutting through the order. However, if your name is Jaden Neal, you got some work to do. You got to catch up fast because your lead pack is very far ahead. And that's your championship leader as well, Tommaso. And looks like there was trouble with Michael. Maybe separate incidents, I'm not too sure, but here we go, on board with Tommaso. He's got Danny Nasseir in the clutches, looks to the inside. It's now going to be the outside here, and oh, side-by-side action here, Danny Nasseir. Don't close the door too early on the outside. Look at that, great racing there, and around the outside, Tommaso goes through for another position. So in the pits as well, we have DeVille. And the teammate for Honda with Jaden Neal. Jaden still 6th. Meanwhile, Cody Lawrence now fighting himself back at the clutches against Dominic Mazzucco for the race lead. And we're now into the halfway point of this British Grand Prix. And still undecided on who is taking victory in this race. This is 50%. Half distance to the real-life Grand Prix. Anderson Baiano, looks like there's maybe trouble for him. He's going slow. It looks like there was damage that was picked up on the rear end. He's back going. To the rear cam of Cody Lawrence. He's going to have Buttafuoco on his sights here. And Daniel's going to be a man on a mission to recover big time in this championship. And lap traffic coming ahead here. And oh, trouble, P10. Oh, it's Juho. He's off on the hanger straights. He gets back going, but he's down to 13th. On board now with the McLaren of Dominic Mazzucco. He's got Cody Lawrence, an angry Cody Lawrence, wanting to extend this lead. Remember, all these three drivers still need to make a mandatory pit stop for tires, because they need to pit under green flag conditions. Still having to do so. Crossing over the line for the next lap here, lap 17. Look at that, around turn 1. So much more confident. Now McLaren, a lot more stronger through there. Through Maggots and Beckett's. And oh, there's trouble! Oh, Dominic has gone deep! He's gone wide! And the rear end has lost him! And the rear end has lost him! Oh, that is mighty unfortunate. The McLaren losing out! And the unreliability of the early 2000s. McLarens continue. There might be damage on the rear end of that car, or maybe the tires that are shot. He's on mediums. What just happened? Because that car just let loose. I'm not too sure. It's gifted. Oh, trouble there. Oh, no, it's Eamon facing the wrong way. Can he get it going? Yes, he does. There's no need to bring out a yellow if he's out of harm's way. Look at this action here as DeVille, respectably, he's a lap car, gets out the way. I think Mazzucco is going to be saying, what the hell just happened? And I think he's going to want to get into the pits ASAP, get some new tires on. And trouble for Juho again. There's a little bit of contact side by side. Danny Nasseir not making it easy for him. He goes wide. Real muscle here. Oh, and oh, they both go deep. They both go deep. Danny missed his braking point. Hopefully they can play nice. Oh, they're not playing nice at all there. All right, Juho and Danny, just watch the aggression from each other there. Bouncing off of each other. And still going. In pit, Dominic Mazzuzzo, just like I said, needs to get off those tires. Get on some tires for the long run here at the end. And he should be on the hard compounds. He is, and he's good to go for the end of the race. Remember, Eamon is also somebody who did make a pit stop early on. He's currently P6. He'll be a driver to watch out for towards the end. It's lap 18, though, of 30 in this one. Good on Danny for that save there. A lot of bumping and grinding between those two. But they still race hard. It's Cody Lawrence, though, in the lead, followed by Daniel Buttafuoco. Both of them still need to make a pit stop. So lap 19 now of 30. We're coming down to the end of it. Cody with the fastest lap of the race. He's not playing any games. He's trying to extend that gap. He goes a little bit wide, though. Michael has some damage. As well as Juho again. Juho's in the wall. Don't tell me he's retiring out of this British Grand Prix. He is retired here. It marks our third retirement. Nothing went right for him. Everything just went downhill. He's called it quits. And that is a massive shame for the driver with probably the most momentum, and all the eyes were on him. He was the fan favorite to watch out here for, looking at potentially a race win after an incredible performance after the last round. Nothing's gone right for him today. He pulls the car to the side of the circuit. That is a massive, massive shame as this one comes to the end for him. 17 drivers in the fray now, but only one can call himself the winner. Cody Lawrence next up. It's Michael. All right, blue flags, Michael and Matisse. Blue flags for you. You must slow down your pace and let the drivers go through. Oh my goodness, what was that? Michael was just flung. I think he hit a bollard. I don't think he made contact with the car. The bollards, we do know, are pretty violent around here. I think he just hit a bollard. But his car absolutely flung in no man's land there for the moment. And we continue in for pit stops here as there's trouble. I'm trying to figure out who it is, as we're getting yellows. And around the final couple of corners here, no idea what it's for. Not too sure. So we still stay green in this one. And there we go. Yellows are clear, so whatever that was. And Cody Lawrence still in the lead of this one. And look at this. This is your battle for third position here. Baxter and Ford. Lawrence with the fastest lap of the race behind them. It's Michael, he's a lap car, but he gets a front row seat to this action up here as Ford's gonna take it to the pits. Can't get speeding. Gotta get it slowed down. He does so. And now that leaves Baxter to third place. So P3, very undecided in this one. So Dylan has lap traffic of Anderson Baiano in the way. He's going to want to get through that ASAP. So P3, this could once again continue the trend of going to new drivers here. Who knows? We're close to the end of this one. Lawrence, Buttafuoco still need to make a pit stop. They're both on hard tires. They're both the two drivers to watch out for this race victory. And it's all going to matter on the strategy. Are they going to come in together? Are there going to be separate calls? Do we find out this lap? Final corner, and no, they still stay out together. I think Daniel's definitely going to follow what Cody does whenever he pits. Trouble for Crawford. Oh, he retires straight away. There were yellows. And he's right out this race. So another retirement here. No in trouble there for the BMW of Michael. And he's stuck in the gravel. Luckily for him, clear way. No driver to come up on. So lap 22, here we have another battle here for 4th between Eamon and Christian. Once again, another driver who's decided they're going to use the force instead of having an actual steering wheel. Meanwhile, Tommaso's making up some ground. He goes wide against Ben Ford. Remember, Ben has already finished out his pit stop. Gonna go around the outside to the inside. Magnus and Beckett. It's gonna be very close between each other. Tommaso backs out. Ford now still holds on to 6th place. Remember, he's battling for the podium as well, so this could very much be your battle for the podium. If Tommaso did pit out early on, I'm not too sure if he did, but here we go. Tommaso to the outside of Stowe. Very close between each other. Looks like he's got the move done. Yes, he does. Does the Ferrari decide to shove it down the inside? Not too sure. He does it this time around. Botafugo pits. And Cody Lawrence out in the lead. This is it now. Cody Lawrence is going to need the best out lap. Botafugo's going to need a quick stop. Tires on, tires off. Fuel and go. Trouble. Ford. Oh no, what's gone wrong? There may have been some trouble. Ford's got it wrong. Is reporting some damage from him. He's going. Costa's also back there. And I'm not too sure what to make out of that. Did not see it. And indeed, chat. Yes, Caribbean Motor Race Sim Club almost at 2,000 subscribers. Thank you so much if you already have subscribed. If you haven't, if you are one of the 23 concurrent viewers who have not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. And yeah, on course for 2,000 subs. It would mean so much for all your support. Here comes Botafugo, wasting no time on the back foot here. Cannot waste any bit of time. Here comes Lawrence. Does he come into the pits? He's on the back foot. Yes, he is. This is it now. Battle for this race win. Gets it slowed down into the pits. Eyes are on the battle here. Where is Botafugo? Okay, it's far. Remember, the gap coming in, it was about a second. Baxter, does he take the lead of this Grand Prix? No, he's going to also enter into the pits. Where's Lawrence? Lawrence now enters in for his stop. This is it. This is going to be interesting out here. Lawrence exits out of pits. Botafugo onto the front straight. We'll have a very quick run and warm tires. He's not going to be able to get the move done out of pit exit. But here we go. Battle is on, and if anything, Cody Lawrence staying out, avoiding the traffic. He has the long shot in the lead. Both of them on hard tires, going for the race win. Eamon also shuffled up to this back. Remember, he pitted very, very early on in this race. It's all or nothing. Here we go. Meanwhile, Ramau. Christian trying to chase down Tommaso for P5. Into Maggots and Beckett's now. Next week out, we head to North America for the United States Grand Prix at Indianapolis. That's a race you do not want to miss. But slipstreaming now is ahead in the Stowe. The Brazilian, Christian Ramau, does not go for the move that time around. They got to make sure they watch themselves because that Ferrari in the back, he's coming up fast. Don't forget about Costa. The gap for the race lead, 1.1. Lawrence still in the lead and looking like he may be going for the hat trick. And the championship looking like it's going to get quickly finished up at the next round if everything goes his way. Still, though, this fight undecided. On board. Oh, there was a bit of smoke in the background. Who was that? It's Ben. And Ben loses the position to David Costa. He gets going. And Costa's going to sneak a very nice move there. On board here, Tommaso, P5, still under pressure, wide on exit. Oh, there's trouble! Oh, and he gets it wrong! The AstroTurf spitting him out! And he's off! He loses out P5. He's down to 8th just by going wide on corner exit. And driver error there. He's going to be kicking himself, realizing that was such a silly move. I should have just slowed down. Meanwhile, looks like he's gone wide. He's back on. Daniel Buttafuoco able to close up this gap, however. And Daniel feeling a lot better in this one. We're down for it. 5 laps to go for the British Grand Prix. Are we going to get a grandstand finish? Are we going to get Buttafuoco on top? Are we going to get the streak? Is the streak going to continue? Or is the streak going to break? We do not know. Looks like there may be trouble here. Baiano may have picked up some damage. Meanwhile, Tommaso, he's gone down even more because that's Jaden and Dominic fighting hard. And the team Supernova, their luck has just gone from bad to worse. Eamon coming in. Looks like the early stop didn't work out for him. Is he on soft tires? I'm not too sure. Baiano on softs, that's one to note. But he's down in 14th. We're going to figure out what those tires are. Eamon, looks like they're on mediums. He exits out. He's down in P6. That puts back the Jordan of Dylan Baxter up to 3rd with a huge chance. Back to this fight here. 8 tenths. They're coming down to 4 to go. Swing it to the inside. Left-hander exiting out. Meanwhile, a lot more closer battles down the order. Jaden Neal, Ben Ford as well. Ben Ford against Eamon. Nose to tail, a little too much curb. The rear tire just getting kicked up there. And what's going to go down here? Lap 27. And Ben really pushing hard now. He's got a way better exit. Does he go for a risky move down the inside? Oh, there's contact! Ah! All right, Ben, you're going to have to let through that position on Eamon. You're going to have to give Eamon that position back. And Ford. That's pretty textbook there. And having to pay. The worst punishment here is he's going to lose 3 spots here. Eamon coming up. And that is the respectful thing to do, because obviously you take a guy out, you got to get right back through. It's a mistake, but you can't just let that go. It's going to get a lot worse for you. Tommaso, though, good news for him. He's going to be back into this battle here. And Ben, unfortunately, because of that one, he's going to have to shrug that one off, but he's still going to fight on hard as he's side by side. And oh, contact! They both go wide, Ford and Tommaso muscling each other. Up the hanger straight, Ford to the inside, defending. Tommaso outside. Swing it around. Does he have the room? He does have the room. Goes a little bit wide, though. 3 to go. And Lawrence with the fastest lap of the race. Tommaso. Oh, look at that. Over, under for Ben Ford. He goes through. Both drivers, not the best of luck in this British Grand Prix, are still going to fight hard to the very end. That's what CMRSC is all about, racing to the checkered flag, no matter what position you're in. Giving your all, even in the dying stages. If it doesn't mean anything for the championship, it's pride. It is pride. And that's what Tommaso's doing. Meanwhile, the gap you're seeing here, it's the same gap as this fight right here between Buttafuoco and Cody, who are coming down to the 2 to go. Nice. Ooh, a lot of lag there. Not too sure who that was, but both of them were dancing. 4 tenths, though, Jaden Neal against Dominic Mizzuzzo. Lots of battles to watch out for at the end of this one. Don't go anywhere after this one. We're going to have interviews for the top 3. Who is going to win this race between Cody and Daniel? It's undecided. Who's going to finish ahead here? Points only go up to 8th. So Jaden and Dominic fighting very hard. It's a shame. Jaden was fighting for the race win, but wrong strategy. The strategy didn't work out for him. He's been shuffled down the order. Lap 29 of 30. And the gap now, 8 tenths. And Buttafuoco is going to have to throw everything at this fight one final time until it sticks. A lot of drivers are going to be in that same position because Mizzuzzo still under contention to hold on to this spot here for P6. The more they fight, the more Eamon's going to be able to get right into this fight. Oh, I say that. He's got in trouble. Loses the back end. And is lost out there. And, oh, a lot of lag there for Tommaso. Into one. It's side by side. And he goes through Tommaso, though. Ooh, it's very close. Very, very close. But Tommaso still holding on. Trying to get through on Eamon. And the rear end dancing. Almost losing out. And just trying to survive with these compounds. But this is it. One lap to go. Here for the British Grand Prix. Round 3. Comes down to this. Buttafuoco sets the fastest lap of the race to let Lawrence know he's there. As they jostle here. The last time we were at Silverstone, Lawrence couldn't join us, but it was a last lap overtake for the race win. Will we see shades of Silverstone 2025 in CMRSC here in the last couple kilometers on this lap? The gap is 0.6. Lap traffic up ahead. It's going to be great news here. Michael, blue flags, Michael. And remember the last time? Lap traffic. Michael, slow down, Michael. Let the drivers through. And trying to watch this battle here, trying to do our best to make sure this battle goes through. Buttafuoco, I don't think it was going to be possible. Maybe it was a little bit unconventional at the apex, but it wasn't. Doesn't look like it was going to happen there. Round the final corner for Cody Lawrence. A little bit deep, but it doesn't matter. Cody Lawrence has scored the hat trick here in CMRSC's 2000th Grand Prix Championship. Lawrence takes victory at Silverstone. Buttafuoco goes to second. P3 coming around. Debuting here, another driver who makes a debut victory here on the podium. Dylan Baxter in the Jordan. Round of applause for him. What a drive. What a drive. Next up, it's Christian Ramau. He'll finish respectable fourth position. Next up, it's Costa. David Costa. Great recovery from the last round. Will take home an acceptable P5. P6, it's going to be Mazuzzo. P7, it's going to be Jaden Neal in his debut race. P8, looking for the Ferrari, Ben Ford. P9, it's going to go to Eamon. P10 will go to Tommaso as, slides out there. Getting his car slowed down. But victory celebrations. It's Cody Lawrence who took victory here today, and that is one you cannot take from him. What an eventful British Grand Prix it was, and Lawrence, that's tradition, destroys the tires. What a race it was. Lots to talk about by the end of this one. As per usual, lots of drivers happy, lots of drivers not happy, but that's what the review is. That's going to go on after the race. What an event that was. It's Cody Lawrence on victory lane. Let's go talk to them. What an incredible one that was. A really entertaining one from start to finish. And we're going to talk to the top three right now. Directly after interviews, we're going to head to the lounge, and that is going to be the beginning where we start our post-race debrief. Any incidents you had, please report them in the Report an Incident channel immediately. That'll be looked at later on. But we're going to have the full race debrief after interviews. Do not go anywhere. It's going to go down in the lounge. What a race, though, for our top three. We're going to talk to our race winner who hits the jackpot. It's a hat trick of victories here in this championship. It belongs to Cody Lawrence in another race that was a nail-biter to the very end, but he continues to prove himself dominant in this one. Cody, you are victorious here at Silverstone, and another race where you really had to, you may have been sweating a lot there against Daniel to the very end. How was that one for you?
Well, you're not wrong about the sweating part. It has been 100 degrees here, Fahrenheit at least, not Celsius. God no, not Celsius. 100 degrees here in Washington State. It is 93 in this sim room, and the heat can't beat me today. I will take that one. That was awesome. Really stressful, like you said, nail biter, but yeah, it's didn't know if I had the pace to win it. I feel like if either Daniel or I had won it, either one of us would have deserved to win that one today. Happy to be the one who came out on top, thankfully. So.
Another VSC in between that one gave you another chance to have some fun with the strategy. However, the caution didn't come out that early on as opposed to the previous round. What was going on in your head? Did you feel like this may be one to stay green, to go out long? How were the tires feeling as well?
I thought we were going to make it to lap 14. I was going to box into 14. Before I say anything, apologies to Eamon. I went side by side to our VSC with him. I thought I beat him out of the pit lane. I then remembered the blend line is about 200 meters later than what I thought it was. So my apologies for the side by side there. He beat me out of the pits. But yeah, with the strategy, I mean, I thought anything after lap 7, I'll box, I'll split the race in half, and went a little more than halfway. And that second stint, I was thinking to myself, I think the best chance I have to hang on to the win is to try to get one lap more out of this. So I was trying to just manage the pace, manage the fuel, eke out that extra lap. It was very tight on fuel. I had half a liter as I boxed, so very tight on that. I think that might have been the difference right there, that little bit of fuel mileage, a little bit of pace management, and something else. Racing, it doesn't matter if you win by 1/10 or 1 minute, you still got to win. So just need to manage the pace, and worked out in the end.
2 rounds to go left in this championship, with the next round at home and a chance to take home the championship. Do you think next round is the one to seal the deal for you?
I think it'll be a very exciting race, Indianapolis. That will be very fun, very, very long straight. I think it'll be much easier to overtake than it was at Silverstone. I think this might be the hardest track outside of maybe Suzuka in our season to overtake. So we're looking forward to, I think, a much more exciting overtake-filled race in Indianapolis. That'll be fun.
Can't wait for it, but a big victory there for you, Cody. Go celebrate it. A hat trick of victories in the championship. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Moving on next to the driver who finishes second place, back onto the podium again. Here is Daniel Buttafuoco, and what a chase you had, charging down for the lead to the very end, but unable to do so, but still a massive recovery, especially after the last round. Big time comeback here in this one, and even if it wasn't a race win, we still got to give your hats off because you gave us an incredible journey to try to challenge on for the race victory. You finished second. Daniel, how was that one for you?
Very difficult, that's for sure. Yeah, dirty air was no joke. I thought Barcelona was bad, but here it was really, really tough. So trying to manage that all race was pretty challenging. But nevertheless, I'm pretty happy with how I did. I finally got my issues fixed. I'm able to actually change fuel now, change my strategy on the fly, which is great. Have other apps on there to help me out with strategy, and that really helped me out a lot today. I don't think if it was because of that, from Cody's help with getting certain apps downloaded, and also help with getting my pit strategy box working, I don't think I would have been in the position I am, because it's such a race decided on fuel. It's crazy. If you got like maybe 2 laps more fuel, it's hard to you can't really do much. So it's trying to work on that strategy side of things was big, and I feel like I had the pace. I definitely felt like I had chance to win, because I was kind of hoping Mazuza, whoever, I don't know how to say his last name, is Masusa. I'm not really sorry if I'm mispronouncing it wrong. I was kind of hoping he would stay in front of Cody for a little longer, because Cody wasn't as good in dirty air as what I felt like I was. So I was kind of hoping he would give him some more dirty air so I could mount a challenge. But it unfortunately didn't work out that way. But it was still a really great race. I'm really happy to have had a good race, despite all the qualifying issues for leading up to this race. I'm still pretty happy with how I rebounded.
Now, you're heading into your home race as well in America at Indianapolis, and obviously you're the king of the banking. So do you think there's a chance that first race victory is going to come to you next week out?
Well, hopefully. I mean, when you're racing against Cody and Jaden, it's going to be very difficult. They're 2 very strong drivers, so it's going to be very difficult. I definitely still think track position will matter a little bit. Maybe not as much as Silverstone, but still trying to get better at qualifying. Granted, I feel like qualifying session this time was a lot of things out of my control personally. Some in my control. I definitely made some mistakes, but yeah, hopefully we can, have something go our way like we did in Malaysia and start up front and go from there. But I definitely think there will be a lot of fuel strategy involved in there with the draft if it's still as strong. I didn't feel like it was as strong as what Malaysia was per se, but if it's pretty strong, then there's definitely going to be a lot of, I would think, more strategy when it comes to saving fuel behind another car. But we'll see. I mean, Indianapolis is one of my favorite tracks, both the oval and the road course, old and new configuration. So yeah, hopefully it works out well. I mean, I don't know what to really expect. I haven't driven on the old configuration in quite a while, so we'll see. Granted, it's championship's looking slim after last round, but I'm still really happy with how I performed today. I'm getting better on this game, and yeah, I mean, just happy with my progress. It's definitely upsetting because I feel like going in, I had really, really great pace. Just wasn't able to show it to the fullest extent. So yeah, just pretty happy still, and hopefully we can get that first win soon.
And just to brush up on the championship picture, obviously it's not over until it's over. It's a bit of a points gap between yourself and Cody, but do you still feel like 2 rounds, still a chance potentially at fighting for this title at Suzuka?
There's always a chance. They're never going to count it out. You never quit no matter what. I guess, I don't know who that Fortnite streamer is. Never back down, never what. I don't know, but it's kind of what that situation is. Just got to keep going. Granted, there's going to have to be things going my way in order for it to happen. I probably need Cody to have a bad race, but I'm still not going to quit. I'm still going to keep fighting to the very end and give myself a shot. Hopefully, I don't know what the points are, but hopefully I get that half a point for the fastest lap in the race and also before the race. Hopefully that helps close the gap a little bit. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think I'll just do what I have to do, control what I can control. Hopefully other things go my way out of my control, and just, yeah, go from there.
Great stuff. Congratulations. I can hear the smile on your face. Go celebrate it. A P2, but lots of momentum going into the last 2 rounds. Congratulations, P2 here at Silverstone.
Thank you.
Last but not least, we continue to trend from every round now that we have a new debuting driver on the podium. So let's bring him up right now. Racing in the Jordan, it is Dylan Baxter. Dylan, do we have you?
Yep, I'm here.
Man, first off, welcome to CMRSC, and a great way to end up on your first race here in 3rd. First time on the podium here. How was that one for you?
I mean, it was a lot. I had was bad qualifying because just couldn't get a clean lap with all the traffic. Then had a bad start. Got tangled up with a back marker, so that was the last after the safety car. I was able to just go long on that stint because I knew I'd avoid traffic. I was able to jump like 3 cars, and then I just had the podium, just had to take it home really.
Lots of fighting in the midfield as well for yourself to try to get through at that early stage, but towards the midway point of the race where there was a chance for a podium, did you feel in your heart that there was a chance that you could fight for this podium, or were you just worrying about where you are on track right at that moment?
Yeah, I was just thinking at the moment, I didn't think a podium was possible because of how many incidents, especially at the start, I had, but pace is good when you're able to get in clean air. Like I say, when I was able to sort of get through traffic, go long on that last stint after every box, I was able to just clear them by a lot. So even when I came out as 4th, I didn't know what was going on in front of me, like the pit stops, so I was kind of just surprised when I was in 3rd at the end.
Well, P3 for you, and it's going to be great momentum. Hopefully we can see you in the next round at Indianapolis. But as for today, a great result and a round of applause to you. The chat was also loving you as well going up the order. So congratulations, P3 for you, Dylan.
Thanks so much.
That's going to do it there for your top 3. After the post-race debrief now to go through some of the incidents that went down there is going to go live in the lounge chat. We'll meet you there. As for now, we've already put up the server. We're putting up the server next for Indianapolis. So great showing out here. 21 drivers here for today, and we hope we can continue that momentum next week out for the United States Grand Prix. Thank you so much for all the support, guys, and hopefully we'll see you then. As for everybody in chat, hopefully we'll see you same time, same place here in Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. Take it easy. Have an amazing rest of your day, and we'll see you for the penultimate round of the championship. Will we see Cody Lawrence take the championship, or will Buttafuoco make a late championship comeback? It's all to play for.